We're going to show you some video right now. The long lines. Remember this outside St. Mary's Food Bank when SNAP benefits, they were cut because of the government shutdown just a couple of weeks ago? Well, now 800,000 Arizonans could lose those food assistance benefits once again. This is if the Trump administration follows through on a new threat.
Okay, so federal leaders, they're ordering states to turn over data about SNAP recipients. And they say if they don't do this, federal funding could be pulled. So our Troy Lynch, he's live this morning outside of St. Mary's Food Bank, where, Troy, we saw long lines during the government shutdown. So we know this is a benefit so many Arizonans rely on. I mean, how soon could we see an impact?
Yeah, it could just be a matter of days, Allison, before SNAP benefits could go away from Arizonans again. So we're standing in front of St. Mary's Food Bank because during the government shutdown, we saw even longer lines than usual. And usually during their peak hours, these lines will be overflowing to where we are right now, right when you turn into the parking lot. We've already seen people already starting to line up. So now, if these SNAP benefits go away again, we could see even more of an uptick than we saw during those 12 days when the government was shut down and SNAP benefits were gone. So this basically stems from issues between the federal government and 20 different Democratic-led states. And the U.S. Department of Agriculture says it's trying to eliminate fraud and abuse within the SNAP program by targeting states that haven't turned over data on people enrolled in the SNAP, which includes Arizona. Now, these states are fighting back in court, saying they shouldn't have to provide people's personal information like names and immigration status. But here's how Governor Katie Hobbs responded.
That their actions are borderline illegal. We're fighting them in court right now.
We've found 186,000 dead people's social security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice.
Governor Hobbs eventually told reporters that in 2023, SNAP fraud cases amounted to less than 0.1% of all cases, and that Arizona's error rate was 18th out of 50 states. Now, she's vowed to fight the Trump administration over this, and the impact to Arizonans is funding and is polled. That remains to be seen. Now, historically, the federal government has covered all of SNAP benefits for all of the states. However, they have been split 50-50 when it comes to SNAP administrative costs. Now, because of the big, beautiful bill, the administrative costs would now be 75% paid for by the state, which could mean that Arizona as a whole could be spending more than $33 million in 2027. But of course, we're going to keep you updated on this story as it develops. But we're live here in Phoenix. Troy Lynch, 12 News, Today in AZ.
You know, Troy, can I ask you, are there people lined up already there this morning?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of cars go in. It's hard from this angle to actually see if there is a line, but we do believe, because they open up at 7:30, that people are already trying to get in line, because once you get stuck in this line, you can be waiting a pretty decent amount of time before you get your food.
Yeah, you can see them already setting up kind of the traffic control there behind you. All right, Troy, thank you so much.